Good morning. This is Cooking with Chemo Brain. I'm Jian Lakerson, and I'm the cook with Chemo Brain, or that is at least recovering from it, as it were. Starting off by sauteing 5 medium-sized mushrooms, which I had previously sliced. You can see here I've got everything all prepared and lined up to go into this, including pre-browning the meat before we started this. So it would all go together pretty easily. You can take your time then getting things ready and what have you. That was frozen chopped broccoli. That was a package of pre-washed fruit, which I sliced up and mixed into a little compote. And there's some beaten egg and some shredded cheese, bought pre-shredded for my convenience or yours, because you know what, trying to do this all when you got chemo brain is a real pain. This is minute oats, and so we're going to, this is plain goat's milk yogurt, which I highly recommend for all things digestive and intestinal, and that's all I'll say about that. You might want to read my blog, which is Anxiety as a Motivational Principle, for a good part of the story about my fight with cancer and why I've got chemo brain. Oh goodness, I run out of breath a little bit sometimes too, and that's an occupational hazard, as they say. Anyway, sauteing up these lovely mushrooms. Yes, and there's also going to be, or soon should be by the time you see this, an attached blog sharing the title with this video series, which should give you more information, which I can't always do on the video. So that would also be called Cooking with Chemo Brain. So named because, well, I'm cooking and I got chemo brain. Now, one of the things about cancer is you've got to keep your nutrition up. You won't feel like eating, but that's part of the battle. Making yourself feel like eating, whether you want to or not, because I can't stress enough how important it is to keep your strength and nutrition up throughout this fight. Okay, we have some lightly sauteed mushrooms in butter. I'm going to add a dash of filtered water and that was just a little bit of a maple brown sugar mix there, which we're going to use to just flavor up these mushrooms and give them some more liquid so they don't over brown too much. Now we're going to give this just a little shake of curry powder, because I try to include that in a lot of things. It adds a special little warmth to things. And also the turmeric is a very good anti-cancer agent. Now with that going like so, we're going to cook these oats. Now we're going to, add a little more of this water and stir this in. See, I wanted the oats to begin to soak up all that excess water, so I'll continue it to cook throughout this process. Here's a dash of cinnamon, which is all kinds of good for you and stuff. And we're going to toss in the sausage like so. And we're going to stir this up. Okay, critical timing wise here, in goes the previously previously beaten egg. Here is the chopped broccoli that has been sitting up here thawing out now, and that'll stir like that, and then you sprinkle on the shredded cheese like so. Everybody down in there so it's nice and everything's good. Then actually we're just going to give this a little yogurt around the edges. And all that good stuff will just get down in there and percolate. I'm going to take this fruit compote, which is a mixture of strawberries and apples and blueberry, raspberry, and I think I peeled up one of those little oranges and put in there. Now you want to make sure your heat goes off and put lid on like so. You want to make sure it doesn't burn on the bottom. And now, breakfast with all due sound effects. Doesn't that look pretty? Okay. And there we are. Didn't exactly slide out like an omelet. Oh, it's a scramble. That's what it is. It's a scramble. And you saw how I put it together. I pretty much got the list of ingredients. You can see things there pretty quickly. Clearly. It went together kind of quickly. Yeah. This is not for the person who's new to Chemo Brain necessarily. This took a little bit of experimentation, but you can pretty much get it down to a science, and it's very tasty. Experiment a little bit if you're sensitive to sweeteners. We can talk about that more on the blog. There is no added salt to any of these ingredients. There is merely the dash of curry powder and cinnamon, and that's about it for that. It's kind of like what I had on hand and what I get used to cooking with. So for more on this later, as I say, see the associated blog, Cooking with Chemo Brain, by me, the man with Chemo Brain. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bon appetit.